September 1944. On the blood-soaked terrain of Angaur Island, Imperial Japanese Army Sergeant Hiroshi Funasaka lay motionless. Suffering from dozens of shrapnel wounds, severe burns, broken bones, and a traumatic neck injury from a solo charge against an American command post, he was pronounced dead by US forces. Except he wasn't. A field medic checking bodies among the combat debris detected the faintest pulse. Funasaka was rushed to an American field hospital where military surgeons worked around the clock to treat injuries that should have killed him 3 times over. Against every medical expectation, Funasaka survived, but the fire inside him hadn't immediately died out. Upon regaining consciousness, true to his conditioning, he initially fought against his captors. During a brief escape attempt from a field enclosure, an American guard managed to do what artillery could not: reason with him, convincing the battered sergeant to abandon his suicide mission. What followed was a journey across the Pacific as a prisoner of war, moving through facilities in Guam, Hawaii, San Francisco, and ultimately Texas. In 1946, Funasaka was repatriated to a shattered Japan. Because his entire division had been virtually wiped out in the brutal fighting on Angaur, the Imperial War Ministry had officially declared him killed in action. His family, having long accepted his death, had already held his funeral and erected a tombstone in his memory. Imagine the surreal scene: Hiroshi Funasaka walking back into his quiet home village, physically standing before his own grave marker, a ghost stepping back into the land of the living. Rather than remaining trapped by the trauma of the Pacific theater, Funasaka channeled his incredible resilience into building a quiet, powerful post-war legacy. He integrated seamlessly into civilian life, opening the Omorido bookstore in the bustling district of Shibuya, Tokyo, eventually serving as its chairman and fostering a love for literature in post-war Japan. He maintained his physical discipline as a master practitioner of kendo and jukendo, traditional bayonet martial arts, taking on leadership roles to train the next generation. He picked up the pen himself, authoring multiple books that reflected on his harrowing combat experiences, his improbable survival, and his evolving philosophy on war and human endurance. Perhaps most meaningfully, Funasaka spent his remaining decades ensuring those who didn't come home were never forgotten. He dedicated years to searching for and recovering the fallen on Angaur, founding the South Pacific Memorial Association to promote peace and honor the dead on both sides of the conflict. Hiroshi Funasaka passed away on February 11, 2006, at the age of 85. A man who survived the ultimate crucible of modern warfare, visited his own grave, and spent 60 years showing the world what it truly means to live.